Okay, so chapter 6, F is for feedback and formative assessment. Vicky Sedgwick and Kelly Powers are my co-authors for this chapter, and they bring deep classroom expertise in teaching CS and teaching teachers in primary and middle school grades. So this chapter is all about assessment for learning, and it shares the what, why, and how of formative feedback in the classroom. It draws on the idea of multifaceted systems of assessment that target the many facets of introductory programming, and it shares different types of formative assessment, and it shares many different examples of formative assessment. And the two that we're going to talk about today are quizzes, which are ideal for quick feedback. They are usually fixed response or multiple choice type, and they can be quickly graded or auto graded and given at the beginning or the end of a class period to get quick feedback on something you've just covered. And contrary to popular belief, they don't only test factual knowledge, but they can surface learner difficulties and problems with understanding. So they can be framed in various ways. It could be a code snippet that has a bug, and the student has to identify the bug and maybe fix it. It could involve a Parsons puzzle, where students have to rearrange blocks of code to represent the correct solution. They could be code snippets that are entered by students that are unit tested and auto graded, or it could even be a simple two-command question like this that actually reveals students' understanding about things like variable assignment. And next, Vicky and Kelly are going to talk you through programming projects.
Beyond quizzes, there's feedback that students and teachers get from assessments of programming that's done by students. Like quizzes, these can be a variety of different types, from debugging all the way to an open-ended original programming project. Original programming projects are rich for showcases and for getting feedback from peers and for self-reflection. Programming projects should also be accompanied by a rubric. We often think of rubrics as summative, but they are also good for formative assessments, as well as peer and self-assessment. Code reviews are also helpful in identifying what a student understands and doesn't understand about the code they've written. There are many ways of doing code reviews, from student presentation to written documentation, as shown here.
Peer feedback and self-reflection should be built into a programming project as milestones, allowing students to reflect, receive, respond to feedback, and iterate on their work before the project ends. These two artifacts highlight the 4 aspects of formative assessment. Students use a showcase presentation protocol to share their project with their classmates and call on the audience to ask questions during the live session. Engagement soars, and students reflect as a class at the end of the showcase to see how they can improve the project for the next time.
For this and more, check out our chapter.